Let's go get some keys. Okay, hello beloveds. It is now Tuesday, March 25th, and we are back with another weekly vlog. Let me turn this little light on. Okay. All right, and so it is 3:00 p.m. and I am just now getting back. I rented a vehicle for a couple of days so I can get some errands done since my mother is out of town at the moment. Well, by the time you watch this, she would definitely be back. But right now, she is out of town at the moment. So I needed transportation for the next couple of days because I need to take my pup to go get groomed. Finally, thank you, Jesus. I'm able to get that done here and actually tomorrow. I'm starting this vlog off on Tuesday. Yesterday I didn't do any ministry work. I pretty much worked all day doing legal work because I knew I was going to be out of the office majority of today, this morning, and then on tomorrow. I'll be out of the office pretty much all day tomorrow because I'm going to have an outing with my pup, like I said. So I worked all day in doing legal work on Monday, so there was no admin day. I am making today my admin day since it's already 3 o'clock, and I'm just now getting back home. I'm about to go jump in the shower here soon. So let's back up. What have I done so far? And you know my lips are always a little dry, and I'm hot. It's a little warm outside today. So my cousin came and picked me up to take me to pick up the rental vehicle. And so after we done that, I had to be at the car rental place at 11 this morning. And so she came and got me and took me there. And then after that we went to have some brunch together and just sat there and kind of caught up with each other. I hadn't seen her face to face in quite a bit. I'm just trying to get logged on to the software real quick because there is a couple of things that was going on while I was out and about. We have a new inquiry, a new lead that came in, and I want to check it. Okay, I'll respond in just a second. And so like I said, so I hadn't seen my cousin in a little bit since probably since our family reunion last year or year before last. I think it was year before last, 2023. So I hadn't seen her physically seen her face to face since 2023. Actually, it's been quite a bit. And so we kind of went out to get some brunch, and we, just chatted for a little while. I didn't get any footage while I was with her because I was so excited to catch up with her and so grateful that she was able to come pick me up this morning to take me to go get the vehicle. And two, I haven't really told anyone in my family that I was vlogging, that I was actually on YouTube. And I kind of want to keep it that way for a little bit longer, so I did not bring out the camera and start doing any type of recording or anything. As I was out of the office, right, when I was away, I was checking on emails and I was checking on work, and I did a lot of work I did a lot of work yesterday. I mean, I pretty much got myself to where I don't have that much to do today. Now, I did just get a new lead come in, and I also received, I think we just received a message. Let's see. I did receive a message from one of our clients, so I'm gonna respond to her, check on this, follow up with this lead, and then after that, there's not gonna be very much more for me to do today as far as legal work is concerned. So I will be spending the remainder of the day doing ministry work, and what I want to do in ministry work is I want to do the app screens. I want to complete the 2 app screens because we are getting very, very dangerously close to the end of March, and that is the only thing that I have not worked on. I worked on the back end, remember, and I've worked on the pitch deck. The pitch deck is still not complete. I have not went back to it since well, I worked on it. Hold on just a second. Okay, so what was I saying? Yeah, so I want to I hadn't worked on the pitch deck since Friday. Friday was the last day I worked on it. I haven't worked on it since then. This weekend, Saturday I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything productive Saturday. I think Saturday was the day that I said didn't get much accomplished this day. So I didn't do anything Saturday, and Sunday I pretty much edited the vlog that just went up on Sunday. So I finished doing that, and then after that I started doing some legal work. I got a jump start on Monday's work for legal work, and that's all I did on Sunday. So I hadn't done anything in the ministry since Friday. So today what I'm going to do, like I said, is I am going to, since I have the time, the extra time, I am going to do the 2 app screens. I'm definitely going to get those done today, even if that's all I do today. And then once I finish that, if it's before it gets too late, because I have a vehicle today, I'm definitely going to go to the gym tonight, and I do need to go to the grocery store because I won't have time to go to the grocery store tomorrow because I'll be out and about with Sebastian pretty much all day. And I do want to get some ministry work done. Regardless if I do legal work or not, I'm going to get some ministry work done. And I also need to post on Facebook. I need to post on Facebook for the law firm. I'm going to do that when I get out of the shower. Let me write down on this list the things that I am saying I am going to get done, so when I get out of the shower I know exactly. Oh, look at this. I did one of those things that I said I was going to do already. Okay, so I wrote down the agenda for the rest of the day, and yeah, that looks like everything that I'm going to be able to get done today. And you hear Sebastian. He is not feeling good today, and that's also kind of distracting me a little bit because he's not feeling very well, and I don't know what's wrong with him. And I was scared to leave the house earlier because he wasn't feeling, I could tell he wasn't feeling good, but luckily, thank God, I came back and he was still alive, obviously, but he's still not feeling very well. So I'm gonna keep monitoring him for that and try not to stress about that. Putting it in God's hands and moving on. Let's go check on Sebastian. You alright? You okay, Bougie baby? Alright. Checking on you. founder and principal attorney. I have no problem with that. I would tell him to take it all to the IP attorney.
Right on your end?
Well, everything is going according to his plan, so everything's fine. Everything is fine. That's the best I can. That's the best I can describe it. I don't. You know, we always wish things could be better, but you know, it's whatever he's got going on. I'm about to get me a cup of coffee right now. So
Okay.
I'm happy.
All right. Well, we'll talk. And you're still taking cases? Or okay,
all right. Bye-bye. Hello. I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine.
Oh, so sorry. Mocha latte. Do you have that?
Iced mocha latte, yes.
Okay.
The coca mocha.
The coca mocha.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't. Yeah, let me try that. What comes in that?
So, it's right on with your milk, your 3 mocha swirls, whipped cream, mocha drizzle.
I don't want the whipped cream.
I can do it without the whip.
And you said milk. Can I get almond milk instead of regular milk?
Sure.
That sounds like a lot of chocolate. Scratch that. I don't want that. Let me get the brown sugar shaken espresso. I'm sorry. That sounds like a lot of sugar in that. I'm so sorry.
Anything else for you?
Oh, let me just get a grilled cheese sandwich. A grilled cheese, yeah.
Anything else?
No, that's it.
All right. Slow down.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, all right. Then I'm gonna go to my appointment. It shouldn't take me long. That worked.
It's 565. Here you go.
Thank you. We are getting coffee. Duncan. Can you see that? Trying to hurry up. We got 10 minutes before my wax appointment. I have a wax appointment at 2:30. It is 2:20. Thank you. You too. Oh, can I get some napkins? Thanks. All right, let's go. I think I can go out. I want to say, can we go out this way?
Starting route to European Wax Centre. Proceed to College Road, then take the first right.
All right. Okay, beloveds, oh my goodness, it's been such a busy couple of days. And I just not so long ago, I dropped Bougie off
Turn right onto College Road. Then turn
to,
right.
oh goodness, 8 minutes. I hope I can make this in time.
At the
I
traffic
dropped
lights,
Bougie
turn
off
right
to
onto
get
West Friendly Avenue.
groomed. Oh, I hope I'm not late. And now I'm trying to rush to I have a 2:30 wax appointment. I think I said that already. I'm trying to rush to get there. I spent a lot of time in the parking lot of Dunkin' talking to my colleague about some things. We got caught up in a conversation. I sat in the parking lot and talked to her, and should have been making my way to where I need to be. It's saying that I would get there at 2:29, but there is a little bit of traffic out here, so I'm hoping it's the truth that I can get there at 2:29. Because it's saying 2:30, because they be trying to charge you extra if you're late. I think they give you like a 5-minute grace period for being late. I think they do. I don't want to test it though. I don't want to be late, but sometimes things happen. But I could have this was definitely me being late. Now is definitely my fault. So but I really wanted the coffee, and thank you Lord for this. I really wanted this coffee, and I thought maybe I should get a snack, because we are not I'm gonna be out for quite a little bit today. So I did eat breakfast this morning, but that was really, really early this morning. I just have to go over the whole day with you guys. I haven't had a opportunity to talk to you. That's the way things have been going since I picked up the vehicle, because I've had a lot to do in a short amount of time, because I'm supposed to take the truck back tomorrow. I got a grilled cheese, and it's hot, to eat something, because I was a little hungry. I'm a little mad at it because I paid $6 for it. Well, I guess it'd be about $6 if you pay for it at home, right?
Go past this light, then at the next one, turn left.
Because they put two kinds of cheeses in it. I'm just rambling. It is 2:27, and I'm getting ready to pull into the parking lot.
At the traffic lights,
God is
turn
so
left onto
good.
Hobbs Road. At the next traffic lights, turn right. At the traffic lights, turn right onto Northline Avenue, then turn right into the car park.
Oh, word. I didn't know this was a little the back way.
In 900 feet, turn right into the car park.
228.
Turn right into the car park. You've entered the car park for your destination. Arrived.
Look at God. All right, let's go get waxed. Okay, beloveds, I just came out of Ulta and I'm getting ready to go pick up Bougie. She has texted and said that she is ready. So after I left the wax place, which is just around the corner, after I left the wax place, I came over here to Ulta to pick up a couple of things, and I'll show you what those are when we get home. What time is it? It is 3:10. Now they want something. And like I said, I'm on my way to pick up Sebastian now. I'm sorry I'm a little distracted. I've got a lot going on. I'm about to take a phone call. Somebody needs to talk to me. Oh, my lips feels dry. Hey, beloveds. I'm on my way to go pick up Sebastian now. After I left waxing, did I talk to you? I guess I didn't, huh? So after I left waxing, I ran into Ulta to pick up a couple of things. I'll show you what those things are when we get to the house. And now I'm on my way to go pick up Sebastian. He is ready. He is ready to be picked up. I gotta tell you what happened when I was in the wax place. So I walked in and I checked in and whatever, and I was giving you, I was doing a little bit of getting some content, of the little wax board, some little B-roll footage for you guys. And as I was doing that, she said, may I, do you need help with something, or do you have a question about something? And I said, no, I'm just getting a little bit of content for the video. And she said, oh, a day in the life. I mean, she was real snarky about it. She was like, oh, a day in the life with Sheena. I had to laugh. I was thinking to myself, don't be trying to shame me for doing this. I was like, well, it's not really a day in the life, but kind of something like that. I said, what you said is just funny. But I had to laugh at it. I was like, no, she's not. I got my first piece of little hate because I was trying to vlog in public. That was so funny to me. So funny. She was like, don't be trying. She said, oh, a day in the life of Sheena. Oh, you need to be more like me. Look what I'm doing. So funny. And she not even, she doesn't even realize who she's talking to. No, I am nothing like that, right? I am vlogging because I told her, and I did tell her that. I told her I was documenting my life as I was stepping into my new identity and building a ministry, which is what this channel is about. You know that. And it just so happens I was vlogging for this week because I have to vlog for this week. And it just so happens I needed to go out. So this is what I'm going. Well, I have to switch you over for a different angle. And it's probably not no better this way, but my little tripod has given out. It keeps spitting out the phone, so it's not working anymore. It's not holding the device anymore, so I don't know what to do about that. So I had to put you up here in order for me to still record, which I'm recording right now, but just to kind of catch you up on what is going on. And this is my conversation right now. It probably seems so spastic and dramatic because spastic and all over the place, because it is, because I'm all over the place. I've got so many things going on in my head, and this is why I don't go out and do a lot. Because when I do go out and try to get some stuff done for myself, work just consumes me. Since I've been out, I've had to deal with 4 emergency situations. I think I caught 2 of those. I think you caught 2 of those, and then there was some other things. And now it's got me like it's trying to make me feel guilty for not being stable enough to do the work, and I've only been able to. Hello, beloveds. Good afternoon. Well, it's 11:27. Excuse me, 11:29. Thursday, March the 27th. Boy, oh boy, do I have a lot to catch you guys up on. I think Sebastian. I think the last time. No. Go out of here with that. I'm recording. Behave. I think the last time you saw me, it was yesterday. It was yesterday sometime. Today is a totally different day. And I have been... Okay, so I just came back from taking the rental truck back. And I have to tell you this story. So... Okay, so you remember my cousin took me to go pick up the truck, right? Well, I did not have anyone to bring me back from after I dropped the truck off. So I have prepared myself, I kid you not, And you see, I had packed my, well, this is my mom's work bag, my mom's backpack that her job gave her. I had packed that to use, excuse me. So I had packed the little bag to prepare myself to get on the public transportation bus here in my hometown for the very first time. I have never been on the public transportation here in my hometown before. So I was prepared to get on it to get back from the rental place to my home, right? So all prepared. I mean, yesterday what I did was I called this is so funny. Yesterday I called the public transportation company and asked them basically, how do I ride public transportation? Okay, so when I'm in Maryland, when I'm up further north, right, I know how to do that. When I'm in DC, I know how to do that. It is super easy for me to navigate the public transportation while I'm up there. I can do that. But here, I had no idea. So I contacted the agency, the Department of Transportation, I think that's the name of, I don't know. I contacted them and my question was, how do I pay for the public transportation? Because I had Googled it and I saw where the bus stop was at in front, well, it wasn't really in front of the car rental place. It was just like maybe a block or so down. And so I saw that, but I was like, how do I pay for it? Because further north and in DC, you can pay for it on your app. You have the Metro card, or you can use the app on your phone to pay for the bus fare or the Metro fare. And so I was like, how do I pay for it? Because there was no such a thing here. So the lady told me, I guess she thought I was crazy, but I did preface the conversation with, I've never done this here before, right? So she knew that I was very new to public transportation. And so I asked her that, and she was like, well, you just, she said, when you get on the bus, there's going to be a little box there, and it will tell you to put in your money for whatever trip you want, or you can put in your tokens. I said, my tokens? I said, where do I get tokens from? She was like, if you're gonna ride during the daytime, you can get tokens from the day drivers. Well, anyway, so I said all to say I was prepared to take this trip from the car rental place to home. So prepared. Had been gassing myself about it. This morning I prayed all over it. I was like, Father, you go before me. You make sure that the bus is okay. Nothing takes place. Nothing bad happens. I get home safely. I'm able to navigate because I even pulled it up on my phone to where it would give you the directions from one location to another by bus. So I even pulled that up, ready to go. All right. So I get to I had even picked out the time that I was getting on the bus. I was going to get on the bus at 11:13. 11:13, I was going to get on that scheduled bus. Okay, so I get to the car rental place in just enough time for me to do all turn the keys over, check the car, get my refund, and all that stuff back. And then the guy that was helping me, he asked me twice. When I first came in and he was looking for his little tablet thing to check me out, he said, is your ride here? I said, yeah, because in my mind, the ride's always here, it's the bus, right? But I didn't say nothing else but yes, it's here. And so we went and checked out the car. He looked at the car, make sure there was no damage, make sure I filled it back up, give me my refund. Then he was checking me out and he was like, okay, you're all set to go. I was like, thank you. I had pulled my my earphones out of my bag so I could put them in so I can, listen to the navigation as I was heading on my bus journey, right? Pulled my phone out, make sure I had the addresses and stuff typed in. Getting ready to head towards the bus stop. He said, wait a minute. He was like, is your ride here? I said, well, yeah, I'm about to go get on the bus. At 11:13, I'm going to get a bus. He was like, the bus He was like, you're not going to get on the bus. He was like, we pick up and drop off. Hold on for just a second. Let me get somebody to take you where you need to go. I laughed inwardly. I laughed inwardly because I was determined that I was going to try the bus this time because I've never done it before and it was going to be an experience. I'm trying to figure out ways that things in my life can support the lifestyle that I am envisioning for myself at this moment while I'm here, right? Obviously, I can't depend on anyone for transportation very much, right? Because everyone's busy. You see my mom, she's out of town, and she goes out of town frequently to go see my brother and his daughter. So, I have to be I'm very mindful of that. Family is not always around, neighbors, you don't want to always ask them. I don't really have very many friends here. My best friend that is here, she works during the daytime, right? And a lot of things that I would like to do or want to do is during the daytime because I refuse to do a whole lot at night. Even though last night I went to Bible study because I did have a vehicle, but I don't do a lot of night things unless, maybe we go to dinner or something like that. But I cannot always depend on that. So I had already said in my mind months ago that I was going to at some point try to figure out this bus situation. And last year, when I really thought about it last year, right? I wanted to go to an event. It was an event at for the Chamber of Commerce here. I wanted to go to one of their events because my firm, a division of my firm, is coming to my hometown. It's coming to the city. So I wanted to get connected to the Chamber of Commerce, and the best way to do that is I found the best way to do that is to start going to some of their events. So last year I wanted to go to an event. I asked my mom to go with me, but she had to work. It started at like 4. I think it started like 4, and she was gonna be at work. She didn't get off work until like 6:30, 7 o'clock. So she wasn't gonna be able to go. Then she had asked her. Okay, so I'm back. So she had asked her so she couldn't go, but then she had told me that one of her friends, which is, I think her friend is as a business owner herself, I think that's what happened. Her friend wanted to go to the same event, and her friend was going to go to the same event. And so she was like, well, my friend will go with you. She'll be your +1, this, that, and the third, because she wanted to go to the same event. So I'm like, okay, cool. Well, the day of the event, earlier that morning, my mom's friend backed out of it. She wasn't going to be able to go. I'm not sure why she decided not to go, but she didn't want to go. And so at that point, I was like, okay, I really want to go to this event, so let me figure this out. So I had pulled up the bus thing, and I figured it out then. Mind you, I didn't even know how I was going to pay for it, but I was willing to because I didn't have a lot of time, and I was busy that day. I didn't even think to call them about any questions. I was just gonna go walk to the bus stop and just go to I was determined I was going to this event. So I had already made it up in my mind. I had pulled it up on my phone again. I am going to walk to the bus walk to the bus stop and get on the bus and go to this event. Well, how about my mom got off of work? I didn't even tell her that her friend had backed out of going to the event. I didn't talk to my mom about it. Well, she came home early at maybe like 2:30 from work that day, and she was like, good news, I'm gonna be able to go to the event with you. And I was like, oh my goodness, that's great, because your friend decided not to go. So at that time, God was like, you're not getting on the bus, right? And then today, the same exact thing. I said all of that to say this is the second time that I was prepared to get on this bus, and God gave me his answer: no, you're not getting on this bus. The moral of this little boasting, I am boasting a little bit, a little bit, because I'm astonished, right? I'm actually very much, I'm not shocked, because we have a good father. Like, Jesus is so great. I am not shocked. I feel very much loved and cared for right now. I'm very much so. And I'm explaining this, or I'm sharing this with you, not only because I am feeling the way I'm feeling, but also to just encourage you to build that private, that intimate relationship with him. You know, get to know him, build that relationship, talk to him. You know, talk to him like he's your best friend, because he is your best friend. And he only wants the best for you. Put all of your trust in him, all of it, everything, and watch him work magic for you. Even the little small things, the things that you're not even stressing about. He will make it to where it is so easy. I was prepared as soon as the guy dropped me off in the same vehicle that I rented, by the way. As soon as he dropped me off, I walked in the house and I said, Father, I was prepared to get on that bus. You know, he's such a, I cannot say that enough. He is such a good father. Good father. I have not worked on the ministry since, well, you know what? Since Tuesday morning. Was it Tuesday morning? No, Tuesday evening. I didn't put the time here, and I didn't even check it off of the to-do list, so it's still... But I do remember, did I do anything? I don't think so. I think, no, I worked on the app Wednesday morning. So that was, I worked on the app Wednesday morning. But what I have been doing is, in the mornings after my quiet time, or sometimes during my quiet time, I've been really heavy with this week. I have been working on the outline. Not the pitch deck per se, but the outline. I'm going to see if I can show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so on the notes, okay, so I've been working on, I don't know if you can see any of this, but I've been working on the outlining and stuff for the actual course. So, not the webinar. The webinar is the pitch deck per se, right? That's the pitch deck. But so I have not worked on that this week, which I will be working on that, but I have not yet worked on it this week. But I have been working on the actual course. And the reason why I've been working on the actual course is because that's just what God wanted me to work on, because that's the only thing I've been thinking about this week, really. I don't know. I've got a lot of, and I've been reading that Joyce Meyer's Unshakable Trust. I've been reading that book. I think I shared with you that I was reading that book before. But I've been reading that book, and reading that book is helping me think about some things deeply, to where I have been able to just do some really good outlines. So I cannot say I have not been working on the ministry. I have. It just hasn't been anything that was really on the list for March, because working on the course itself was not on the is not on the list for March. So, and completing the 2 app screens is on the list, and those have not been done. But we're, you go with the flow. Which reminds me, I did a little bit of shopping. While I was out. I'm going to show you that I also have the Ulta products that I bought yesterday that I said that I was going to unbag or show you all. So we will do that. We will do both of those things. What I got from Ulta. And I spent $35.22 in Ulta yesterday. I got the Good Molecules Niacinamide brightening toner. I'm saying it all wrong, but it's brightening toner. I can go ahead and take this out because I'm just can you see that? I am replacing that because I had no more of that, and I use that every day. I like Good Molecules, and you'll see that I really do like them, and they're affordable, very affordable. This is a 12 fluid ounce, 120 milligram fluid. Excuse me, well, 4. Is it 4 fluid ounces? Yeah, 4 fluid ounces. That's what that is, right? And I paid $14 for it. $14 for in really good toner. I love Good Molecules. My face has been acting really just tragically. It's been beating me up because I have been out of my go-to products, which is why I went to Ulta yesterday. And I can only, there's no Ulta in my hometown, and so my face has been screaming at me to re-get my, and I guess I could have ordered them online, but I just hadn't done that. I just hadn't done it. So I just went up there, and when I went up there yesterday, I just picked them up. And so hopefully within the next couple of days, my face will go back to being its normal self, because right now it is doing all kinds of just nasty stuff to me. And you've noticed that. I mean, let's not pretend my face has not been jacked up, and it's not always been like that. I normally have pretty clear skin, except when that time of the month come, which is where this came from. But other than that, I normally have really good skin. So I'm not sure why, but I guess I am sure why, because I have been out of my products. But this is a product from Good Molecules I do like. I will say I do not like everything from Good Molecules, and I've tried many of their products. Hold on, an email just came in. What is that? And the Daily Brighten Serum. And this toner has niacinamide and the brightening stuff in that, but when you follow it up with, and I can take this out too because I need this now too. When you follow it up with the brightening serum, yeah, very good stuff. Very good stuff. So got those, and then the last thing I got was some setting spray, makeup setting spray. This is my favorite setting spray. So the brightening serum was $8. $8, right? That's not bad. And then the setting spray was $10.99. The setting spray costs more than the serum. Isn't that crazy? But those are the things that I got from Ulta. And then the last thing I'll show you is I went to this store called Ollie's. It's a discount store. And it has everything in there. I went in there the other day. I went in there on Tuesday to pick up. Okay, so my mom had these Dutch chocolate cookies here. They're absolutely, and I can show you those cookies are, oh my God, they're so good. They're very, very good. And I've eaten almost the whole box of those cookies. They're addictive, they're dangerous. They need to be out of this house, actually, because they're so dangerous. So she's due to come back on Sunday. And I knew that after this week, after today, I was not going to have a vehicle. So I made it my business to go to this store, this discount store where she got the cookies from. And I know that because that was what the packaging said. That was on the packaging. I made it my business to go to that store to pick up get her another box, because if she would have came back home and saw the box that she left here, she'd been very upset with me, because I think it's only 2 cookies left in that box, and I opened the box. Yeah. Shame on me, but I was a good daughter. I replaced it. But when I went in there to get those cookies, I realized, oh my God, this store has got a lot of stuff in it. So I wanted to, when I had more time, I was like, I want to go and just see what else is in the store. And so I had a little bit of time to spare after I did my most important errands before I took the vehicle back. I went in the Ollie's store to look around to see what they had. I walked down every aisle of the store to see what was there, being nosy. And I picked up a couple of things. The first thing I picked up was some Q-tips. I needed some more Q-tips, and they were $1.29. And then I also picked up this Renew, Refresh, and Rebalance with Rosemary Rejuvenating Scalp Rinse from Pantene Pro V. You see? I've never used this before, and I've never seen it before, actually. But I think, and this was $1.99. Get to that $1.99. I got it because I'm going to try it. I would like a good scalp rinse. I don't think I've ever used a scalp rinse before, but I would like to try it. I'm going to be redoing my hair. I don't know if I'm going to redo it this weekend or next weekend. It may be this weekend. I think I may redo it this weekend. Yeah, probably this weekend. And so I would like a good rinse. I'll at least try it. I don't know if it's good or not. I like rosemary though. That's okay. I like Pantene products, and my hair likes Pantene products, so I thought I'd give that a try. And that is all that I got from Ollie's. Well, I am going to, it is now 12:17. I cannot wait till I fix my hair tomorrow. This is so gotta come out. So let's get this done. I was sitting here thinking, in my everyday practice, which is a mix between business and employment law, is just general counseling advice on how to resolve and manage conflict. And I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way. And that would have worked, except for the fact that there was a message that came through. We're going to try that one more time. I was just sitting here thinking, hopefully that went well. Let's see. Let's check it out. About 30% of the words that come out of my mouth are considered real legal advice. 70%, on the other hand, is general counseling on how to resolve and manage conflict. And I wouldn't have it any other way. It's gonna have to work. I need to move on. I'll tell you what's going on. So Patrice Washington, you should have known I was gonna start this conversation with Patrice Washington, right? But anyway, in her Redefining Wealth app, if you don't mind, how about this? If you don't mind me talking about this, or if you're in any way interested in what I be speaking about when I be referring to the Redefining Wealth app, please feel free to download it. It is completely free, and it's great. It's absolutely great. The alert that, look, there go another one. I know that was a notification from the app that somebody cheered, or somebody they call it cheered, but somebody liked my comment that I made. Let me say this. This is not I am not being sponsored by Patrice Washington or the Redefining Wealth app. I'm not being sponsored. This is not a sponsorship video. I truly enjoy this community in this season in my life. And you can it's literally on my phone. If you can see that right there. It is literally on my phone, and I have 8 notifications that I need to to look at. But yeah, but inside of the app, Miss Washington, she goes live every day. She started it at the end of last year, and she calls it her 365-day challenge, where she's going to show up and give a live coaching session, I guess, for 365 days. Now, you will have to join the community or watch one of her YouTube channels or something like that to hear why she decided to do such a thing. There'd be no way in the world I can relate to you what her vision is for doing this challenge. However, yesterday she posted day 102, I think we're either at 102 or 103, one of those. Yeah, yesterday was day 102. I was able to get on there for a few minutes, but not very long, because I had, like I told you, I went to church yesterday. So did I even watch? Oh, it was when I came home from church, but I was getting ready to get in the shower, so I did not hear a whole lot of what was going on. But I do know it was day 102. Anyway, when did I start? On Monday, which was her day 100. Yeah, her day 100. I was so inspired. You know, I mean, and I thought, like, what a commitment of doing this, of showing up or doing something consistently for 365 days. And so I got really inspired, and me and God had been talking about it on and off since February. I actually had kind of started in the end of January, February. I didn't call it the 365-day challenge. I was on my way to church one Sunday, and it was on my mind of how I was just wondering what I was doing wrong with my law firm, why it wasn't growing the way that I envisioned for it to grow. And as me and my mom was driving to church, I was talking to God about it in my head, in my heart. We were communicating as my mom was driving. And I pulled out my notes on my phone and my journal, the journal app on my phone. I started just jotting down my thoughts, right, of what I was thinking. And we went to church. By the end of service, before service even ended, I found myself pulling out the journal app again and jotting down what I considered to be his response to me, which was, give me 30 days. And so, which I thought that's what it was. That's what popped into my head. That is what the sermon, I thought the sermon, the pastor's sermon was confirming to me was God said, give me 30 days. And so, for 30 days in February, which I started at the end of January and all of February, I posted every day. I posted something on Facebook every day advertising the law firm, sometimes even multiple times a day. Nothing happened. The firm did not grow from that. I didn't get any leads. And I think I discussed this with you. I'm starting to feel like I talked about this with you. But the thing was, I switched up the plan. God told me to advertise a section of my firm, the division of my firm that I am trying to focus on, right? Which is the conflict management portion of my firm, because my firm is a law and conflict management firm. And so I was supposed to be focused on the conflict management portion of the firm. And I was doing good for a couple of days. And then the president, Trump, he started talking about the tariffs. And I thought, did not consult with God. I thought that would be a perfect way to advertise the general counsel portion, which is the law part of my firm, to get more business clients instead of individual clients in the firm. I thought that would be a good way to advertise with them talking about the tariffs. And so I wasn't really talking about the tariffs, but I did since it was Black History Month in February, I did a promotion where I was taking, I think it was 20% off of document audit services, which is like contract review. It's contract reviewing a contract. I was telling business owners how this was a great time to renegotiate some contracts because of the tariffs that Trump was putting in place, right? This was a great time because when tariffs happened, there would be an increase in some of the products and all that. Anyway, so I thought it was a great way to do that, so I did that. I did the little promotion, the 20% off for any contract review. All for the whole month of February, nothing happened. I didn't get not one lead from it. I had a couple of phone calls, and I think I told you this, had a couple of phone calls, but nothing else. And so I stopped posting on Facebook for a couple of weeks. It was really only a couple of weeks, because when I was looking at the journal the other night, as I was catching up, because I needed to catch up on a couple of days. And so I was looking at it, and I was like, I don't think I posted anything in March, or, I think I completely stopped. But I did not. That was false. I posted in March on up till March 6th. March 6th was the last day I posted on Facebook up until Monday. I started back posting on Monday. And so prior to Monday, as I was thinking about, you know, how consistent and how inspired I was getting from Miss Washington as she was doing this challenge, it became really heavy on my heart to do the same thing, but this time stick to the plan and advertise not even advertise, just simply express how I feel about the conflict management portion of the firm for 365 days on Facebook. And she's going live in the app, which I don't have an app right now to go live in, but we will soon, right? But instead of making a post and posted it on Facebook, like going through Canva and making a pretty post or writing something and all that, taking a photo, this, that, and the third, I would do something that I was not 100% comfortable in doing. But vlogging and talking to you beloveds has helped me tremendously in this way. I would just do a talking reel or a talking video every day on Facebook for 365 days. So that's what you just saw me do. I just went ahead and made the video. Now I'm gonna tighten it up, edit it a little bit, and then go ahead and post it. And this will be day 4 because I started on Monday, and I have been documenting them with check marks on the calendar. So today will be day 4 once I get it posted. So that's what I'm getting ready to do. And I was like Miss Washington said, be committed to doing something, but do not be committed to doing it in a particular way. I didn't tell myself I had to do it at a particular time. Yesterday, I didn't post anything until like 9 o'clock last night, because I didn't get to even record the video until I got out of church last night, which was around 8 o'clock. And so I'm not committed to any time. I'm not committed to any form or fashion. Just show up in front of the camera, say what I need to say, do a little bit of editing, and off it goes. I try to make sure it's decent, but it doesn't have to be perfect. And so far, even though today will be day 4, so far I've got more engagement on these posts than I got on any of the other posts that I posted in February. Go figure. Being obedient matters. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and edit this. It is 6:36 p.m. Good morning, beloveds. 9:37 a.m. I actually came on camera right now, or came back to the vlog to close out the vlog. You have definitely been with me all week except for Monday and Friday. Like I said, I didn't pick the camera up Monday, and I did not pick the camera up on Friday, because those 2 days, Monday and Friday, were the only 2 days, right? Am I right? Yeah. Monday and Friday was really the only 2 days that I did extensive amount of legal work where I did not have time to talk to you guys. So I'm closing the vlog out today, but before I do that, I wanted to, and I do have to do a little bit. Am I doing legal work today? I am not. I'm doing legal work tomorrow, I think. Yeah. No. So I can put this to the side. I'm not doing that today. My desk was a mess. What I plan to do today, and you see what I have here. What I plan to do today is close out this vlog, which I'm getting ready to do right now. And I need to work on the app. I'm going to work on the app. After I close out the vlog, I'm going to go fix breakfast. And then once I finish eating, the first task that I'm going to do is work on the app, which is what brings me to the closing of this vlog. I don't know exactly how much I have shown you about this app, about the app that I've been working on this week. I kind of fear that I have not shared a lot of it with you because I've been working on it significantly. Well, not significantly, but I've been working on it normally in the evenings at night, and it's hard for me. I be wanting to show you more and do more, but it's really hard for me to do that because I be so in the process and not thinking about vlogging it or sharing it or whatever until the next day. But anyway, let me go ahead and pull it up here because I want to show you. I had started the app on Adalo. I think I've said that before. I started the app there, right? But when I went in, you remember I also had started working on the back end of it, which Adalo does. Well, it has some back end features, but Adalo is really the front end of the app. And if you're not familiar with these terms, don't worry about it. I just learned them myself. But anyway, the front end of the app is what I was using Adalo for. And then the back end of the app was what I am using Zeno for. And so after I had created a couple of different databases in Zeno, I wanted to connect them to Adalo so I can, as I am putting this thing together, I'm testing it out, making sure everything will run the way that I intend for it to run. Well, there was an issue with that. When I went to connect the back end to the front end, Adalo would not let me do it. You have to be on a paid plan, a paid subscription plan, one of the highest paid subscription plans, in order for you to connect your front end with your back end. Which the reason why I am not on I was not on a paid subscription plan with Adalo is because I wanted to just test this out. I know I'm going to use the app, but I had heard mixed reviews about Adalo. And I didn't want to commit to something or start paying for something I necessarily would not like or would not be able to comprehend, would not be able to do, right? Because if it comes to that magnitude, then I will have to hire someone to do this for me. So there'll be no need for me to pay for any type of software or platform. And so that's why I was not paying for it. And so I was like, well, that's unfortunate. So it led me to start looking at different other app platforms, app building platforms, to see if there was a better offer somewhere else where I could test out or look at or connect the back end with the front end and all that without having to pay for it. And I found one. And I found it through Flutterflow. That's the name of the second platform that I have started, well, the replacement platform that I have started using. I don't know if I showed you any of that or not, but I'm about to show you some of that now. Before I do that though, I want to show you the progress that I had made in Adalo, because I don't know if you've seen that. You've seen that. Okay. All right, so let's look at this one. This was the sign up screen. I can show you all this because this is not what it's going to look like from here on out, because this is you see that? This is Adalo instead of what I'm using now. But this was going to be the sign up screen. This is what I had created for that. This was going to be the login screen, which of course this is not my photo. This is one of theirs. But that's what that one's going to look like. This is the welcome screen that I had created. Okay. And that was when I had started creating the community feed until and that's what I was going to use some of the back end for. But that's when I realized you couldn't do it, so I completely stopped. There are a couple more screens that I had just put on here, so I could. I knew that I was going to work on these, but I am no longer using that. And I had changed, I think the last time you saw these, I think you did see these screens, but the last time you saw them, they were different colors. I've changed the brand colors since then. I've changed them. And the reason why I've changed them is because I wanted to. I wasn't really feeling the brand colors that I really had. That I previously created. There we go. That I had previously created. So I wasn't married to them. I didn't love them. I didn't like them. So I changed them. So I started Flutterflow, and this is now what I'm going to show you is a sample, just one screen of what I started with Flutterflow. And it's not completed. I will say this this app is a little bit more tedious and a little bit more difficult to navigate than Adala. Adala was an easier interface. It was an easier platform to build and navigate. This one is a little bit more challenging, but I figured it out. But anyway, this is what the first screen, the login screen, the login and the registration screen. This is what it's going to, this is a sample of what it's going to look like. I'm still playing with it. I'm still going to go through and play with it. But as you can see, the interface for this is a little bit better. I like this a little bit better. And I think I'm going to like this platform a little bit better. And this one is actually cheaper than Adalo. Go figure. And it's more robust, and there's more app users or more app builders use this platform than Adalo, and it's cheaper. So I do like that. And I picked this one because I can connect Zeno's back end stuff to this without having to be on any type of paid plan. Now, I will have to start paying for it when I'm ready to send it out to beta testers, which we will talk about that really, really soon, because I am going to be getting or asking if anyone wants to be a beta tester for me for the app, but that's going to be months and months down the road. But anyway, when I'm ready to start beta testing it with people after it's built out, then I will have to start paying for it, which I'm not, that's okay with me. That's okay with me, as long as, because I know that I'll be ready for that at that point in time. And so I'm able to connect Zeno with this, and I've already connected some of the back end to it for the other screens. And I'm not going to show you those because I don't want to show you too much of it until it's completely finished. But I wanted to just show you proof that I've been working on it and not just talking about it. I've actually been working on the thing. Now that I am starting basically all over, what I am doing is recreating the app screens that I had in Adalo to Flutterflow. So the creating new apps, the 2 new app screens for this month probably would not take place. Only because I need to now replace. There's no way that you could transfer or anything like that. I need to redo those. So that is my goal today, is to redo what I already done, just in a different platform. And then once I finish doing that today, hopefully I can finish doing that today, I do need to start working on my taxes. If I don't get to do it today or tomorrow, I do need to do my nails. As you can see, I had taken some of the stickers off because on my nails. I need to redo my nails before I start on my hair. I'm going to start working on my hair tomorrow and Monday because I don't really need to be seen by anybody until Tuesday, which means I don't even know when I'm going to start vlogging for next week. I also need to start working on editing this vlog. You may not get this vlog tomorrow. You may not get this one until Monday. I'm not sure. I have no idea. We'll see how things go. And so, but I do need to do my hair because on Tuesday I have a deposition, and I have a deposition, but it's my client being deposed, so I need to defend a deposition, which means I'll be on camera and all that stuff. So I want to make sure I am looking very, very presentable and professional. So I need to redo my hair. I normally start on Saturday. Well, I normally start on Friday night doing my hair, but last night, by the time I ended work, there was no way I was going to start doing anything but snoring. That was all I was going to start doing. And I'm not able to start it today because of stuff that I want to do today. Now, I don't know, maybe tonight I'll start taking this out. Yeah, taking this out. So in the morning, the only thing in the morning I can, when I shower, when I wake up in the morning and shower, I can go ahead and wash my hair while I'm in the shower. Maybe I'll do that and then actually start braiding it and, doing the thing on Sunday. And I can do that this Sunday because I will not be going to church physically. I will be attending online, but I will not be going physically because of the transportation. My mom's still not back. She will not be back until later tomorrow evening. That will be the remainder of my weekend and the remainder of this week. Therefore, the remainder of this vlog. Thank you, beloved, so much for joining me on this whirlwind of a week. I don't normally say this, but if you made it this far, if you watched the full thing, you might as well go ahead and subscribe to this channel if you're not already, because you have shown some interest in me and my crazy new identity. All right, until next time, be guided by His light.